How is it going, everybody? And welcome to my channel. Today we are gonna look in a very interesting deck that I think a lot of you are excited about or interested in, and this is a deck against Orzhov and Mono Black. Why? Because on the weekend there was a tournament called GGtoor from MTG Melee. Who doesn't know Igor Prikhodko, or as my American friend says, Igor, won this tour with this list. And this is basically an Orzhov value mid-range deck that provides, of course, at the beginning of the game a lot of value with gas, but also with Professor Symbiology, and then later on take over with Wedding Announcement, Edgar, and of course Loth. And this is why I made myself a challenge to create a deck that performs amazing against this sort of decks: Orzhov control, Orzhov midrange, Mono Black control, and this is how I come up with this Abzan midrange deck. And I called it black because I wanna it to be good against black. And here I wanna point out some cards, maybe some experienced player of you already see them. This is one time Liesa, one time Valentine, and one time the Silverquill Silencer, because these cards are amazing to deal with these value cards, to just overvalue them. Not only Valentino says if a non-token creature an opponent controls will die, exile it instead. This means opponent don't get any death triggers from Ghast or from any other creatures, but you can also deal with things like Edgar. Right, because Edgar, if he dies, he goes to the coffin, and then after 3 turns he comes back. Valentine prevents it. This is basically the same job from Liesa, so opponent is forced to deal with this card first before he gains any value, and this gives us enough time to build a bigger board to just kill the opponent before he can do things that he wants to do. And in general, I'm really happy with the performance. I played against few Orzhov, I played against few Mono Black. I won all the games against them. The games that I lost was against some live game or enchantment decks, so weird things where I was not really, let's say, prepared or not really played against, because I'm seeing a lot of Orzhov and Mono Black on the ladder, and with this deck I'm not facing them as often as I face it with my other decks. Other honorable mentions, I don't know, maybe Welcoming Vampire and the Briarbridge Tracker. This dude does amazing job to provide you extra value and extra card draw. And in general, just a big beater. And of course, we have at the top end our 2 partners, let's say Jessica, Chariot, and Brand 7, you know this combo. For the mana base, let's check it first out, and then we're gonna jump in the game. We have 24 lands, of course, to just hit consistently our land drops, and we have 1 of Hive of the Eye Tyrant and 1 of Liar of Hydra to just being able to close out the game after a sweeper or after a board wipe. And with that being said, my friends, don't forget to support my channel for more amazing builds like this, and without further ado, let's roll the ranked best of 1 queue. So let's see how our first game of the day will go. D14 Mondog. Let's see if this is maybe a Mono Black opponent. We go first, we have black, we have white, we have welcoming to refill, so looks pretty nice. Let's try it out, let's check it. What we can bring to the table with this Abzan list. So let's go, of course, for black. Valentine, just in case opponents start making some shenanigans. Well, looks like white, okay. Then, because I don't know what my opponent is trying to do, let's go with Lumi. Lumi start growing Valentine. And here we go with the Lifelinker and Menace. A Cleric, okay, you're a Cleric deck. What usually they play on 3? Elite Spellbinder? Elite Spellbinder. Skyclave Apparition could also be possible, right? So let's... I don't think they play Brutal Cathar. This is why I think... Let's go you for white. I could bring Welcoming Vampire, or I could go here for Brutal Cathar. Oh, Brutal Cathar, I mean Elite Spellbinder. I think let's go for it, right? A little bit card draw. So and then we choose Elite Spellbinder. Let's see, and then we put a counter here, so opponent cannot attack. And opponent is reading the Silverquill Silencer. What the hell are you playing, bro? We are playing some Abzan without green. Voice of the Blast. Okay, could also be possible, but who knows, who knows. Okay, opponent is keeping everything back. Interesting. Definitely very interesting. So we are gonna put a counter on Valentine and go with him in, gain some life, bring in some damage, and then play the Welcoming to draw with the Valentine maybe next turn. Another Voice of the Blast. So Voice of the Blast will be smarter to name, but you never know, right? You never know. Okay, opponent seems to be fine with it. Now, before I play this Valentine, let's put the counter here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's see what opponent wants to block. Okay, Voice of the Blast is good. And another Voice of the Blast sacrificing there. Because they will be exiled. Doesn't matter if Valentine dies or not. Okay, then let's bring Valentine out. We keep this one, of course. Draw a card with it. Liesa. And close it out. Let's see if opponent can keep up with 31 life. Aura, okay. It was my second thought maybe to name Aura, but it was on the curve on 3, so I wanted to prevent it. Okay, now we have the green source. Of course, of course. Now we put the counter here. And then we go 1, 2, 3. Because now if my creatures die, I get them back at first. Second opponent is forced to chumpy somewhere. Okay. Interesting choice. Aura will die first. And they get exiled, not dying, and my creatures are coming back to my hand. Choop, choop, choop. Let's see what we do from there. I think we're gonna draw a little bit with Valentine. Pyre is not a threat because Liesa has a similar exile effect. Okay, opponent tries to pump his creatures and not attacking. Wow, interesting, because they have vigilance. They have vigilance. So what we are gonna do first is the question. I mean, theoretically, if I want to, I can just chill, right? I can just chill, draw cards, gain the advantage through it. So let's first play Jessica. Draw some more cards. Brutal, okay. Brutal allows me to finish the game next turn, right? I think so. This is why let's keep it. Let's pass the flyer. And let's just chill. Because next turn we can go Brutal Cathar on the voice and Vanishing Verse. And then we should be in the game. Then we should be good. Also, opponent cannot use Vanishing Verse on Liesa, because usually clerics run Vanishing Verse. Okay, another Pyre. Also not the best choice for my opponent. Let's see if he decides to attack somehow. If not, he's dead next turn. This is exile effect. He can bring something for 3. And Valky, okay. Valky is not a threat currently. Sure. Next. Now he's attacking. Okay, smart decision for 18, but I have enough life to chill with it. Okay, another white source. Let's see first with Brutal Cathar what we draw. Brutal Cathar takes Voice of the Blast. Welcoming Vampire draws me a card. We play you, we exile Voice of the Blast. And are we going with Cherry or not? Okay, looks like not. So let's pump here and here. No reason to go with Cherry because they have Cleric. I mean, we have a backup Cherry, but it's okay. I don't see really how my opponent should have been recovered for it, or should recover in general. He can gain some life, attack me for 9 or 10, I can even take it, don't really mind it. And next turn is my opponent most likely dead in the air. Depends what he has. He will maybe sacrifice the Cleric and put another Valk in play. But this Valk is also just a chumpy. Just a chumpy, my friend. Oh, Skyclave Apparition, okay. That's totally fine, my friend. Resolve. Now he has no flying blockers. And it doesn't look like he can gain... he can gain another life, right? Or he can... No, he can't. He cannot sacrifice and take out the creature. This is why. Let's drop it next. Here's 5 damage in the air, my friend. And this should be it. This should be it for this Abzan. Let's go check out another one. Here we go in our second game. Bridget, I hope you are maybe a Mono Black or Orzhov player. Let's see. Let's see. Again, no... how you say it? No green land, no green source. But this is okay for an opening. We have something to play. We have some to exile, some to interact with, something to tax a little bit. Are you... You're looking a little bit like maybe Rakdos. And I was building usually, or before Rakdos list against Mono Black and Orzhov Control, because they have a lot of this exile effect where like Valentine. Oh no, you are... What? You are... Is it? Jesus. Bro, you're confusing me like hell. Is it? What? Take away. Put a counter. Let's go in. Is it dragons or what? With Magda? Is it dragons with Magda? Okay, sure. Sure, my friend. Now we have all the lands. One more land and we have Cherry. But I think I will play around Javari Disruption. And Javari... just not necessary here. How it calls? Dragon's Fire Ignition, this Dragon card? Or just Dragon's Fire? I think Dragon's Fire, right? Let's go Silverquill Silencer on Dragon's Fire. So, here. Dragons... Jesus. Dragon Fire? I hate this search. Okay, guys, I don't know why I cannot find here Dragon's Fire. Dragon's Fire. And then we are gonna go with our ward creature. Silverquill Silencer most likely hit the Dragon's Fire. Let's see if he... Yes! Yes, I think he had the Dragon's Fire. Oh, amazing. But what was wrong with this search? What the fuck is this? I write Dragon's Fire with everything, and then they don't want to show it. I think with every update, this search thingy gets worse and worse. Anyway, let's go and check out another one. So, next opponent is the Saucy Baker. The Saucy Baker? Cool name. I like baking. And let's see, and let's hope he's maybe an Orzhov or Mono Black. I'm still looking for a Orzhov or Mono Black opponent, but as I said, it's always like, you build a deck against something, you never play against it. And this is annoying. Annoying, definitely. The opponent goes first. This is not the smartest hand to keep on the draw. I like to keep something with removal or interaction in general, but hey, C'est la vie, no? Here we're gonna play the adversary out just to take out the opponent's Spikefield Hazard. And also, if I play Welcoming Vampire, Fading Hole, sure. Welcoming Vampire is not triggered with adversary because he is too powerful. 3-1 is too much. Literation, okay. But the tracker triggers Welcoming Vampire because he enters the battlefield as a 2-3, and just afterwards, after the investigation token is created, he is gaining the +2/+1 bonus. And this is why let's play Welcoming Vampire. Maybe I can show you this with the tracker, but I'm planning to play Chariot next turn, because if we draw another land, we have Chariot rank combo. And you are a Jeskai token control, can it be? Looks like it, right? This is why let's play Jessica now. And let's create and draw some cards, create some tokens, and let's go in. Not sure how happy I am about the second Welcoming Vampire, but sure, more card draw is better. I would prefer to have another land to play safe my Ren and 7 combo. Ah, no, you are Hollowed Haunted enchantment deck. Could be cool, could be interesting. A really interesting game, definitely. Showdown of the Skull, bro. What are you, crazy motherfucker? And I have this Moonblast Cleric also in my enchantment deck. I think is a really, really powerful and nice card. Okay. Because we didn't draw our land, we can play Youth and we will have 1 mana left for Valentine. But I'm not really looking to play Valentine right now. I don't think that this is really necessary here with all these enchantments. Alternatively, I can go Adversary, pump everything, use him to crew the Chariot and go in with the Chariot. I think I like this plan more, right? I think I like this plan more. We are missing on what? We are missing on 1 card draw with it. But Chariot... Chariot cannot draw because the kitties will be also too strong, right? But I think I'm still staying with this play. Play Adversary into Pump. We pay. Opponent looks like he has some sort of interaction. Okay, he didn't want to interact with me while it was pumping, so then I can use him now as a crew. And then we are gonna go in. Okay, Fateful Absence, okay. Sure, my friend. We are still gonna go in. I don't want to give my opponent time to set up his Hollow Haunted. And how many he needs? 13. He has now 5. Okay, opponent wants to go long game. And he has also Lorehold Command. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. And now I most likely will draw the land for Ren and 7. Sure, go in with 1 damage. Oh, now I drew my Reidane. Reidane will make these shenanigans really expensive. So my opponent cannot play Lorehold Command. And we can draw... No, we cannot draw a card because of Adversary. But he will draw a card. Valentine still drawing a card and still no lands. Okay, then let's go with you and you. I don't mind the token dying. Opponent needs to block with 2 creatures. This is okay. Everything that makes Showdown of the Skull less impactful. So let's see. What you gonna do, my friend? What you gonna do when we come for you? That's always a baker. And I think after this game, guys, I'm gonna play multiple games until I find another Stancia, okay? Multiple games until I can play against Mono Black or Orzhov Control, so I can show you the matchups against them. Nice, nice, definitely nice. But I think now you have 2 cards. I don't know what super powerful you can have there. Another Welcoming Vampire is not drawing cards. Let me see. I can attack with all. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Sure. Let's go in with all. Let's see how my opponent wants to interact with it. 2 blockers here. 2 blockers there. Sure. First, the one with counter, the modified one. let's use these expressions to get ready for the how you call it, for the Kamigawa. Now we can draw cards with our Chariot. Still no land. What the hell is happening with this game? Hello? The Saucy Baker? I have so many cards, but still no. Okay, opponent has maybe a sweeper. Let's. Oh no, wait. How much are you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we can easily block it. Easily block it. Easy block, my friend. Battle of Frost and Fire. Okay. I thought maybe that some sweepers will come in. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, he creates more tokens. Now we have... Jesus, still no lands. Okay, I can play you. And I can play you to draw one more card. And let's see if it's a land. Yavla Fita game! Are you joking? What? The game is joking, right? Guys, how many draws we have now without lands? We are still on our 4 lands. Doing job here. My opponent is on what? 6, 7, 8 lands. The hell? The hell? Fading Hope. Sure. Faded. The hell? Pass. Pass. No blocks, my friend. Uprising creates a token, but I still can attack with Valentine. My turn. Okay, now we draw at least a land. So now we play it for green, because I need more green. Now we can play Renchik. Finally. Can minus him. Crew him. And keep the bashing going, right? Create another token. Jesus, how long we have been sitting without a land here. Oh, what a funny game. And my opponent has like Doomsgars and Borrow Time for 100%. Maybe also Wizard class or something like this. Opponent decides to take it. Wow. Wow, bro. Going down to 1? Really? Going down to 1. Okay, okay. Ooh, nice top deck, bro. This is a nice top deck, huh? From the top, draw 2 cards. And create angels, make indestructible. Wow. Wow. This is power. This is power. My turn. Okay. Opponent is here. So what can we do now? I mean, first off, let's get some lands going, right? Thank you, game. Oh, everything land. What the fuck? I can play only so much. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's play Brutal Cathar. Take away you. Then let's play another Brutal Cathar. Or you think he drew Hollow Haunted? Let's play another Brutal Cathar. Take you. Then let's use you. Crew with Brutal Cathars. And go in. Create another token. Jesus! How many? I think Valentine will come through. I'm sorry, Baker. I'm sorry, Baker. Okay. now, guys, I will play until I find a Mono Black or Orzhov opponent, and then from there on we're gonna see how we perform there, okay? And another one is ready. Sofurin 56. I hope this is not your birth year, but who knows. Opponent goes first. This hand looks okay against Mono Black. Let's hope it's a Mono Black or Orzhov Control or something in this please game. I have been playing so many games now. Yes! There is something Orzhov colorations. There is something in Orzhov colors. And I make a mistake in playing the wrong land. Good job. Good job. Okay, ambitious farmland. Okay, this is not something I'm scared of. This is okay. Let's see, we play... If I play you as a black, I can play nothing, right? This is why I should have played this land first. Sure, let's go with you. Let's see what my opponent has to offer. Looks like the Orzhov Snow Control. And finally we meet a game like this and I make a stupid mistake, but sure, waiting announcement, yes. Oh, a tap land, okay. And then let's go and remove this waiting announcement. This is why Vanishing Verse is here. We can remove the announcements, eye twitches, and all the shenanigans my opponent wants to play here. Okay, another Brutal Cathar for 4 mana. Let's play you as a shield. Yeah, senor. Minimize the damage that is incoming. Yes. He maybe use his Vanishing Verse on my shield, but it's okay. Deadly Dispute. He doesn't want to sacrifice a Twitcher. Okay, interesting. Interesting choice. So what else do we have? Okay, here comes the Vanishing Verse. So now my Chariot is more or less a free go. And another vending announcement. Oh, nice. Definitely nice. Let's see if we can draw something else than our thing is. I'm gonna go with Esika. Jessica, and then we're gonna see what my opponent is gonna do. Next turn I can play Cathar and Lumi to crew the Chariot. She will has no much targets to... Okay, just with one attacker. Okay, interesting choice. Definitely a very interesting choice. A Midhook Massacre, sure. I'm ready for it, bitch. I'm ready for it. Eso. I twitch dice. Waiting announcement, put a counter. Okay. Liesa is cool, but I think not now, right? I think right now Brutal Cathar into Lumi is the better choice. Because this way we take the creature away. We take you away. And now when we put a counter, we can crew it. And then go in for 4 damage. And then let's see what my opponent has to offer next. If he has Blood on the Snow, Liesa will take care of it. And he bombed away all his... how you call them? All his removals, I think, right? So we're gonna play you. And we're gonna play you or Liesa. Not even sure. Let me think. If I play Liesa, this gives me protection against the sweeper and Edgar will die, right? Sure, let's do it. Let's play Liesa. Let's pump Liesa. And let's chill. No need to attack with our Chariot right now. Next turn we can go in the air. Environmental science, sure, my friend. Sure, sure, sure. Opponent with a Ghast. Okay. Ghast is nothing I'm really scared of right now. Opponent needs to look for a way to remove Liesa. Maybe he has another Vanishing Verse. Maybe he has this Sacrifice Exile spell. But we will check it out. We will check it out, my friends, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, Vanishing Verse on the Jessica. Sure. I know you have all the answers, my friend. I know that, don't worry. Don't worry. So, now we can exile this. Right? And then we can go for plus. And then we go for 6 damage in the air. And then we're gonna end the turn. Let's see what my opponent do. If he has a sweeper. If he has something else. Rite of Oblivion, of course. They always do. Sure. Another wedding announcement. Good draw, my friend. Good draw. 3 wedding announcements down. This is not bad. Sure, we're gonna take the 4 damage in our face. You can create it. And we draw another Liesa. Maybe not the smartest choice. But definitely a choice. Let's go all in. Opponent doesn't want to block, of course, because he first wants to remove Liesa. Otherwise, this will make no sense for him. Oh, okay, okay. Exile, exile. Sure. One more. Then we gonna play this one for what is the name of the Deadly Dispute? No, right, don't need to play Deadly Dispute. So I think I will go and start playing with my lens. The lens gonna get stronger and bigger. We're gonna attack. We're gonna exile the Eye Twitch. Opponent blocky, blocky, chumpy, chumpy. That's okay. Lose, lose, and then... Am I gonna play it for Blood on the Snow? The thing is that with Blood on the Snow he gets nothing back. So I think we're gonna play it for Meat Hook, right? Meat Hook. Why don't you show it? The Meat Hook Massacre. Great search, great search. If you write Meat Hook it doesn't find it, you need to write it Meat Hook Massacre. What the fuck is this? Like, I told you before, it used to work like a normal search thingy, right? Loli, okay. Loli is nothing I'm particularly scared of. The Spider's Watch? Sure. Okay, another Jessica. Can I kill him somehow now? Can I play you and activate the land? No. Can I play you? Sure. What are we gonna do? Let me think. What are we gonna do? I think I'm gonna pump the Hive. Then plus it. And do nothing with it. Because I can. Now opponent maybe goes all in because he wants to do something. No, he plays Sorin. Okay, okay. Sorin lowly on the board. Interesting. Interesting, definitely. Goes in minus. That's painful. Ah, man of culture, huh? Now we can play Cherry. And you. I know he's not exiling, but next turn it becomes daytime again. And then I can exile it. Let's go with you. Next. No. Next. Now it becomes daytime. We are stealing the flank, so he doesn't get the life. Because we don't want Mono Black gain back to whatever 8 or whatever they have there. That's okay. That's okay, my friend. And with Chariot on the board, I feel pretty confident when I drop Renan 7 that we have some possibilities. Opponent also needs to think about welcoming Vampire, okay. Think about my Hive. Because next turn we can go for a lot. A lot. Another wedding announcement, okay. Is this enough though? Is this enough of protection? Our opponent is not paying life because life is a resource he cannot afford. Oh, here he pays 3 life. Okay, now he cannot even play Midhook Massacre because of the Silverquill. And we can even force him to play the Silverquill, right? Draw your card. And my turn. Welcoming Vampire. How much blockers is this? 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? This should be enough. This should be enough. This should be enough, my friends, because he has nada. Nada. This should be lethal. This is how we go against Swords of Control. Finally. Finally, it's happening. Oh, Jesus. This was a birth. You cannot believe how many games I played. I played maybe like 6-7 games to get this bad boy here out. Good game, my friend, good game. Finally. Let's jump into the breakdown, guys. Let's go. And here we are finally with the breakdown. And it was a crazy long birth until we got Orzhov for Mono Black control. I think Magic, even if they say no, they use some sort of matchmaking in the ranked. I know there was an official statement and I know why should they lie and blah blah, but I think there is some sort of mechanic because as soon as I start playing this deck, I will face 60-70% of Mono Black. So let's say every third game at least will be Orzhov for Mono Black. But as soon as I play this deck that I specifically built for Mono Black and Orzhov Control, they just suddenly stop coming. I played against Hollow Haunting, I played against Clerics, Orzhov Clerics, I play against Live Gain, I play against Mono White, all sort of decks, but never against Orzhov and Mono Black, and yeah, a little bit weird, but whatever. You saw, I think, the most interesting parts. I already forgot what we already saw before, but I think this is obvious. You saw the Silverquill in the last game against the Orzhov Control deck, how he can lock the opponent because they lose a little. You can lock him on Midhook Massacre. It's not a shame. They will lose a life. Will lose 3 life, you will gain a card. If they are really low on life, that's usually happening with this deck because you go early on. They need to pay this life, otherwise they cannot sweep the board. If they cannot sweep the board, happens what we did before. We had just bigger board, wider board, and we could kill our opponent. Another amazing card, of course, is Valentine, Dean of the Veil. There was a game where I used Liesa also as a pump spell, so just to pump out, because Valentine on himself, he has life gain, Adversary has life gain if you need it, and Liesa has life gain, so we have some hidden life gain synergy here. If we attack, we can just pay 1 and put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. So This is just amazing. Tracker does a good job, I think. This is a pretty underplayed card. A 4-3 with Vigilance that also give you a card draw in the late game if you need, if opponent removes it. I had a game against Rakdos Vampires. You didn't saw it there, but here was really heavy on removals. I top deck Tracker. Tracker got removed. I sacrificed a clue because we were already in turn 7 or 8. I sacrificed a clue, drove Reidane 7, Reidane 7 took over the game. So this is also, I think, really nice. Welcoming Vampire, a nice card draw. Reidane slows down Mono Black, really strong, especially Mono Black Snow. Really difficult, they need to first deal with Reidane. Brutal Cathar does what Brutal Cathar does, just an amazing card. Then we have Adversary, powerful, of course we know it from all these aggro decks. Lumi, one of the best 2-drops, not, I think even the best 2-drop in Standard currently. I think it will change with Kamigawa, there are some amazing 2-drops, but Lumi is definitely up there. What else we saw? Liesa. Sadly you don't saw Liesa and Valentine, they are amazing against Orzhov, they are amazing. Or did we saw it? In the last game, I think I had Liesa, right? He was forced to remove it the whole time. Yeah, it was against them. So they are forced to do constantly something against it, otherwise they risk to give away the game. But as long as they are dealing with Liesa, they're forgetting to deal with other things, like they use the Vanishing Verse on our Chariots, on our Shield of Reidane. So this is also, I think, really nice thing to buy time. And Hive of the Tyrant, I told you, this land is really good. You could maybe add 2, but I don't like to have non-basics of each one of at all. This is why I like, if they, for example, use Field of Ruins or anything, to just gain back at least one of the lands. Liar, I don't remember if we saw it in action at all. Yeah, so in general, Vanishing Verse, of course, also against Mono Black, you saw it, bam, Wedding Announcement back, again, bam, gone. So Vanishing Verse against also Orzhov and Mono Black control, really good, because you can also hit enchantments, because you can hit these creatures from green and stuff like this. Vanishing Verse does a great job, and Valentine, just great card. Yeah, this is so far it. Cool inclusion that I would maybe also suggest, but I had a deck with him, but he needs so much setup. Basically, you need to dedicate your whole deck for this setup, and this is Sarulf. You see here I have 4 Sarulf. He could run in this deck, but then we need to change the deck so much. Welcoming Vampire will not draw us cards, so maybe replace the Welcoming Vampire. He could exile also our Valentine or our 2-drops that we are pretty heavy in. So Sarulf needs a little bit less of these 2-drops. So Sarulf needs a lot of build around, but it's also possible. I think Golgari can also deal with Orzhov and Mono Black control. Not as good as this deck does, but really similar. Mana base, you saw maybe we have 24 lands. We choose, or I choose again, to go more with the dual lands and less of the pathway. I just added here the green-white green-white pathway. I think green-white is here more, let's say, rare. I need a little bit more of green and white, especially for Reidane 7, and also to curve out turn 4 a green source, and turn 5 2 green sources. I want to have it as often as possible. Yeah, this is so far it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If there is any suggestions, or you will say, hey, this card is also amazing against Orzhov or Mono Black, let me know down in the comments. Then people can maybe experiment with it, maybe I can experiment it. For now, I go drop back to my Naya deck and climb a little bit on the ranks and prepare some cool videos for you for the coming set of Kamigawa that I'm already really excited to build around. So thank you for your time, my friend, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.